because I have something really exciting that I'm doing in the month of February. Hello everyone and welcome to session 72 of this YouTube channel. My name is Brianna and I am the dyer designer and human behind the Little Wolf Knits and this channel. It is Tuesday, January 28th. It is about 3:20 in the afternoon. And we should have the sun for a little bit longer, but we'll see how that goes. It's still cold, but it's relatively warm. It's in like the high 30s here in eastern Pennsylvania. And last week we were in like the teens and single digits. So while this feels much warmer, it's still freaking cold. And I can't believe it is both the end of January and still January at the same time. It has been January for months, and also yesterday was 2019. So there's that. Anyway, I am here not to talk about the date or the weather, but to talk about all of my making. And I have a bit to show you. It feels again like a week where I don't have that much. I wish I got more done. But I'm really cruising with progress on some things, so I'm excited to chat about that. Let's jump right in and talk about what I'm wearing. Well, it does not look like I am wearing too many knitted things. And that's because I'm not. However, I am wearing something, you just can't see it. I threw on my knitted, these are my Cozy Knitter 2023 Advent socks, and I threw them on so I would have a little something knitted on today, but that's it. So let's just talk for a really quick second about admin. Admin. Today's admin is a little bit of just yarny updates and things to know about yarny things that I'm going to share now instead of waiting until later in the shop because I know not everyone sticks around till then. So I will just say we have officially reached the end of January. The end of January has been reached, which means our Series of Unfortunate Yarn Club is changing over. And the way I have set things up is I have closed temporarily the listing for January's club. Anything that is purchased from February 1st on will be the February colorway, which is the reptile room, and you'll get to see it in just a little bit. But I have officially dyed all of January's colorways, the bad beginning, and now I know we have this limbo week where if someone wanted to purchase and still get in, they could, but I need to know which month they want to get into. So just for ease of all of us, I've decided to close that listing temporarily for the next few days, and it will be open again on February 1st when you can purchase. If you miss out on the bad beginning and you really, really wanted something, send me a message. There is a chance these could come back maybe at the end of the year to do a, hey, if you missed any of the clubs, but it's the first month. So if you wanted something, send me an email at thelittlewolfknits@gmail.com and let me know. The other admin thing I just wanted to share is that I have officially begun dyeing up the Making Good Wicked inspired yarn collection. That little pre-order is underway. I have fully dyed one colorway and I have 3 more to do. So they should be done in the next 2 or so weeks, and then I will be shipping them out as I can. A lot of people ended up ordering more than one colorway, which is awesome. I love it, but that means there probably won't be too many orders to ship out as I go, but if I can, I will. That's all the admin that I wanted to let y'all know about, so let's jump into what I finished. I have a finished object. I was hoping I would. I know last week I said that I would, but with the way this year has been going, you never know what's gonna happen. So good news, I have finished my North Ave slipover. It's official, that's what I'm calling it. We have a neckband, we have bottoms. It has been blocked. I have not trimmed the ends yet, but they're all woven in. I weave them in and then I block and then I snip. But yeah, look how cute. Oh, almost fell backwards. Super cute, bouquet, DK weight. I find with the DK weight bouquet, you can push the gauge a bit. So it's really more of a worsted gauge, 16 stitches. But the testing call has started on this, and I'm planning to get this pattern out to testers very, very soon, and it should be dropping to the rest of the world come March. So if you're interested in this, it's the perfect transitional layering piece, a little bit of a deeper armhole. Like I said, 16 stitch gauge, and this is my Christmas Village colorway. I also just painted my nails. That's another FO. And this is OPI You Don't Know Jacques. It is a throwback. It's very similar to Smokin' Hot by Essie, which I had on, I think, 2 weeks ago. It's just oldie but a goodie. So I have one knitted FO, one nail FO, and that's all I finished this week. But I am A-okay with that because I have been putting a big dent into some of my other projects. So let's talk about those. The first thing that I'm going to talk about, it's not even in the bag, but it has been in the Krista Jekyll bag that I have here. And I am down to my final 3 minis. Look at those. I love this one so much. I would love to create a colorway like that, and I might be soon. So stay tuned on that. And then these last 2. I have 3 colorways left, but let me tell you what I'm working on first. This is my Jelly Roll Blanket by Kay Jones. I have 3 colorways left. However, I am officially on my last strip of this blanket. I've actually just started the last strip. You can see down there, and I love the color so much. And I started because each strip takes about 2 1/3 colorways, minis, 2 1/3 minis. So I will not have enough to make 2 full strips, and I'm planning on adding an I-cord around the edge of this. So my plan is to, that's weird. I must have like slipped a stitch on the edge. My plan is to finish this strip and then use that 3rd mini that I have left to do my I-cord border. I have not woven in any ends. I know I said that I would if I was getting tired or my shoulder hurt, but I was doing so much knitting on this, and I never got to that point. So over the weekend, I worked this whole strip for sure. Maybe I was here the last time I was talking to you, and I worked all of this colorway, which was He Loves You Mama Coco, I believe. And then, don't remember that one. That's okay. And I just finished up this strip this morning and started this last strip today. But it's so good. I think this one is called Papa, and I love it. Now that I'm working on the last strip, I'm itching to watch Coco while I finish, but I think I might save it for when I do the I-cord bind off. We'll see. Maybe my last color, maybe the I-cord bind off. I-cord. Wendy's going to laugh at that. My I-cord bind off or weave in the ends. I don't know, but I'm thinking I'm going to watch it because I'm in the mood and it will be so lovely. But then I'm going to finish this, weave in the ends, and do the I-cord right away. I'm not worried about blocking it first because I'm not going to be stretching this too much in any direction. The way I'm going to pick up for the I-cord should allow for that stretch to still happen. And I think it'll be okay. This should be done, will be done by the next time you see it. And I can't wait. Oh, it's so good. I cannot wait. So that has been getting most of my attention. I finished the vest maybe on Thursday, the day or two after I had recorded last week. So that has been getting most of my attention. Definitely Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the yesterday on Monday, but maybe Thursday as well. The other thing that has gotten a little bit of attention really last week, I think, before or right after I finished this vest, I'm not really sure, is in a tiny little sock sack from Mrs. Brown's Bags. And it is my scrumptious purl sock that you have seen. And I have turned a heel. So I think this is where you saw it last time, maybe a little bit before that. So I finished the gusset, turned a heel, and worked a heel flap. And now I am back in the round, and this is perfect timing because once my blanket is done, I will need some mindless knit in the dark project. And this is going to be that. It's going to be so perfect. I have a little sheepy stitch stopper on it. I only use one when I make socks because I stick both needles into it and it works wonderfully. But it's about to be February, which means I should pull out my Valentine's ones. I know I have some really cute Valentine Day ones that I pulled from my shop last year. I think I have like a leopard latte, and I think I have another one, but I know in the shop, I think I still have a Valentine like gnome holding a heart. I might have another leopard latte. I have a milkshake latte frappuccino sort of cute little iced drink, and hearts on it. So lots of really cute things there. And I will show you my yarn. Like I said, Scrumptious Purl. This is Ghouls Night Out. And I have not had any more breaks in it. Working through the gusset and the heel. So maybe it was me. Maybe I had done something to it. I'm not sure. But we'll see. I'm going to work through the leg and weigh it. I did not weigh it when I started. However, I do have some other Scrumptious Purl balls. So I could weigh those and see, are they 100 grams? Are they 102, 108? So I can get to know how much of the yarn I can use before I'm adding my cuff and then obviously finishing the sock to start the second one. But there's no deadline on this. I was thinking it would be nice to do by Valentine's Day. That still could be nice to do. But I have not committed to anything, so we'll see. I also have two things that I could potentially be casting on as like project plans that I wanted to share with you. One is the Yarn Shack yarn I showed a few weeks ago. It was a local Hormo, I think. It was called Espresso, a DK-ish weight that I said will be a hat for Michael. I wound it up. It'll be awesome. Well, the hat I was going to make with that is a 1x1 rib hat that I think I had improvised. I remember having a hard time finding a pattern many moons ago, and I think I had improvised it and kind of just made it up. Well, I've done that. The one I made for Michael many moons ago was Michael's favorite hat, and he felted it yesterday. I saw it last night. So he was pretty upset about it. It's not 100% felted, maybe like 50-ish%. It has a little bit of stretch, but like cannot get on his head. It doesn't have the elasticity. So he figured he would like to try a little bit to see if it can loose it up at all. But it might be perfect timing for a new hat. I was with him when I bought that yarn and I said it could be a hat, but I don't know if he's putting two and two together. So that would also be really fun to do by Valentine's Day. But I don't know if it's going to happen because the next thing I have wound up and am ready to cast on. Right now, this is in a finch's nest bag. However, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it in this or put it into a Valentine Day bag. Again, I guess would depend on my other projects. If I end up putting those into a Valentine Day bag, we'll see. But I have wound up, I dyed up some yarn for myself, and I have wound up 2, but I set aside 3 skeins of bridal bouquet on my sunfish base. This is a colorway I dyed last June for my 1-year wedding anniversary, inspired by my wedding bouquet. And I am planning to use this to make a skater dress. I'm so excited. I have talked about this for many, many months, and people have been asking about it for a long time. But the plan is to have a skater dress that's more of a scoop neck, a little bit of a tank, sleeveless situation, fitted to the waist, and then sort of that fit and flare look. I'm still trying to finalize some of the final details about whether it will be a true rounded scoop, whether I want to square it off. I think I'm going to do a rounded scoop. I don't know. Whether I want to square it off. I don't think I'm going to do ribbing along the edges and the top. So it might be an I-cord. I don't know. I'm still playing around with all of that. But I need to do some thinking, because as soon as the blanket is done, this is going to be my main focus. And my focus will be to finish this in about 2 weeks. Is it possible? We'll see. But I want to get it into testing by mid-February in order to release it in April. So fingers crossed. Let's see if I can do this. I'm really, really excited for this one. And then last but not least, something I've been working on that is not knitting, but spinning, is on my Hansen. And again, it looks like one color on the outside. However, can you see in there? I am on, I believe I finished day 6 of my thelittlefiberco. I never remember what it's called. It was not a pastry. I don't know. I don't remember what it's called. But her solstice advent. And like I said, excuse me, got excited. I am working a 2-ply fractal. This is 6 out of 8 half ounces that will go on the first bobbin for the first ply. Hoping to finish this today or tomorrow, and then start the second bobbin where I will do a 1/4 ounce, 1 through 8, 1 through 8. Super, super excited, and getting ready to clear my wheel because I have something really exciting that I'm doing in the month of February. For vlogging time. Exciting. I guess I could have said that in the admin section, but I am going to be starting a pretty large spinning project in February, and I am super excited, which is why I've been wanting to get through so many of these other fiber countdowns that I have, and I'm doing a pretty good job at that. The only one that I have left after this that I really want to get through is my Cesium Yarn Co. Scooby-Doo inspired countdown. I'm not sure if that was the actual name. I think there was a real name. But I still have that. Other than that, this will be the only large countdown fiber project that I have beside all of my bins of fiber here that you can't see. But really excited about this and how it's coming. I'm doing a long draw. Super excited. Yeah, and I'm just loving, loving, loving my spinning right now. Other than that, I have been playing around with something, but I'm not going to show it here. I have been getting back into my fleece that I scoured many months ago at this point, and I have gotten into picking it. I can only do so much at a time for my shoulder's sake. I know it doesn't require much focus, but the gripping and the small movements are, not great for my shoulder, so I'm being mindful, only doing a little bit of it at a time, but I am slowly picking away at that, literally, getting it all fluffed up. It's so clean already, but it's so exciting. I cannot wait to use this, and that means I'm going to be playing around with my blending board, potentially making some Rollags to see what that process is like. I have little ounces or half ounces of fiber here and there that were either left over or extra or undyed or things. So I might play around with that and make some Rollags. I'm super excited about. So stay tuned and you'll see all that once I have anything to show. But that is all that I've been working on. So let's just talk for a second about what's in the shop. There is only one exciting thing that is in the shop that's new that I wanted to talk to you about, and I already mentioned it earlier in the episode. Come February 1st, which is this Saturday, we have month 2 of our series of Unfortunate Yarn Club, and it is the reptile room, and I have dyed it up, and it is so good, so unexpected. I'm really loving the way these book covers are going to be pushing me out of my comfort zone for sure, but it's really fun. And I know I've seen people posting about it, that they're reading along, which is super, super awesome. And apparently there's a softcover version that has a different cover. I'm not sure if that's just like a second edition or a different edition, or that's what all the soft covers look like. I have the original hardcover books that have that like goldenish yellow background and the picture on the front. So that is what I'm dyeing all of these after. So this one is the reptile room. It's so good. It has these layers of a bunch of different greens, this like mossier, deeper green, these brighter sort of emerald greens, that like deeper sort of foresty pops of different greens, which is super fun. And then this deep like winey red, which I was low-key worried when I dyed this, and looking at the palette, I was like, is this gonna look like Christmas? I don't think it does. I think it's really, really cool. And what I decided to do with all of these, what I'm thinking I'm going to do. So if you have other thoughts, please let me know. But I am thinking that the mini is going to be the same color mini that goes with every club. This way, I know a lot of people are planning to use these for a blanket or sweater or a large project. Having the same color mini every month, if you ordered a sock set, could be a really cool way to keep things cohesive. Or even if you are planning to make 12, 13 different pairs of socks, having the same color mini could be really fun to make yourself this box of socks that looks like a set. So that's what I'm thinking. If people have strong feelings about it, let me know. I could obviously create a mini color. I like something about the cohesiveness of that set and the mini sort of pulling it all together. But yeah, this is the reptile room. It's so good. I love it so much. My green loving heart apparently is super happy. And I cannot wait to see what all of you think of this one. I hope no one feels spoiled. I should have gave a spoiler warning. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about is, even though I am dyeing up our Wicked colorways, they're still available in the shop and you can still purchase them. They will just be dyed on a rolling basis. So even if your order does not get into this first round, so I dyed Wicked through and through already, and I'm moving through one short day. Dyeing tonals is just a different process for me. So I'm moving through those. I haven't touched these yet, but I should next week. But if you order one of them and I've already dyed the colorway, no worries. I will just get to it when I cycle back through. So all of these, One Short Day, Wicked Through and Through, Two Best Friends, and For Good are all still available in the shop. And let me tell you, they are all still neck and neck. So close. I think One Short Day was slightly ahead, and I think that's because people are buying larger quantities of this. Like some orders have 2 or 3 skeins of this. So I don't know if they're planning to use this as a fade and then this separately, or to use these as pops of color with something. I know a bunch of people were also buying this solo. I mean, they bought there were also two best friends on its own for hopefully a garment or a shawl or something like that. But every day when I look to see which is in the lead, it changes. So I'm so glad y'all have been loving these so much. And they're still available and in the shop, and probably will stay in the shop through February until March when a new collection comes. So that'll be really fun and exciting and wolfy. So stay tuned to hear about that. But that is all that I'm going to talk about as far as what's in the shop. So let's just talk about life for a second. Life. Man, the last week, what has happened? I feel like so much, and also who knows what. I have read Middle of the Night. I think I started that last week, and I've now started reading The Paris Apartment, which is by Lucy Foley, I think, who wrote the guest list. I'm about 40 pages in, so I really just started it yesterday, and I didn't get a chance to read this morning. So still fairly new. Middle of the Night, I liked it. We have book club about it tomorrow, so I'm curious I still need to process and talk through with people a little bit more, but I did like it. We also saw, what did we see? Last Tuesday, we saw, I don't know what movie. We saw Flight Risk on Saturday with my mom, and it was good. Oh, wow, we saw many movies. Okay, last Tuesday, we saw Den of Thieves 2. It was great. Not as good as the original, or the first one, but it was good. I liked it. Very suspenseful. Thursday, we saw Wolfman. Also really liked it. They did a really cool thing with like perspective switching between the perspective of the guy who is infected and then everyone else around. And I really, really like that. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you're probably like, what the hell are you saying? So that was cool. Then Saturday, we saw Flight Risk, which was good. The suspense was definitely there. It wasn't as action as I thought it was going to be, which I didn't mind. I thought it was kind of just going to be like whatever, an action movie. It was suspenseful and it was good. Yesterday, Michael and I went to a thing at AMC from their Thrills and Chills series, and it was called Scream Unseen. And we went, and all we knew was it was going to be a horror movie and it was going to be rated R. We did not know the movie. We did not know if it was going to be something we've seen before. We were assuming we hadn't, since it's called a Scream Unseen, but we didn't know if that meant it was just something that was never in AMC theaters or it was a local movie or what. And we went, and it was Companion, the movie that is coming out, I think, this Friday. It was packed. We had people in every seat on both sides of us, in front of us, behind us. It was so packed up until I think the front row. And yeah, we got to see the movie early, which was super fun and worked out really well because tonight is Tuesday and it's usually movie night, but we actually have Michael's holiday party tonight. So we will not be doing a movie tonight. So yeah, it worked out perfectly. Like I said, I have book club on Wednesday, and last minute, Michael and I grabbed tickets to a comedy show on Friday that we are going to see. We're super excited about. Before we head out on Saturday, we have a family holiday party. Basically, my cousins who I don't get to see in the holidays, we all get together, and it just happened to be the beginning of February this year, which is totally fine. But that is what's going on there. And yeah, things otherwise are going well. Thank you so much for all of the support last week. It is just amazing to see how supportive this community is, how many people have been through similar experiences, which I hate, and how many people have not been through any experiences like this and are still incredibly supportive and helpful. And yeah, we are still waiting for scans. They were supposed to happen. Insurance did not approve them yet, so her appointment got rescheduled, which is incredibly frustrating. But we're waiting for scans to figure out all the details and then go from there. So that's all that we have to talk about, at least today. And I cannot wait to talk to you already next week because I'm so excited to see how much I'm going to get done by then. So stay posted, and until next time, take care of each other. Bye.